Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I certainly can appreciate the passion and the enthusiasm for many of the members who spoke today to address gun violence across the Commonwealth. The underlying bill that is my bill, frankly, was offered in an effort to help reduce gun violence across the Commonwealth, and I think we all genuinely share that interest. I think it's important to note, as the previous speaker mentioned, that we need to understand why we're here. We keep hearing about these 50 municipalities with resolutions and ordinances. What's, I think, important to note is that they've never once been enforced. As a matter of fact, the former district attorney and former judge in Philadelphia actually is quoted as saying they cannot be enforced. Well, why is that? Why is it that these ordinances cannot be enforced? Well, it's because they violate state law. Now, if your opinion is that they do not violate state law, you should support this amendment. All this amendment would do is allow them to come before a judge so that a determination can be made. Can these ordinances be enforced or not? I hear all the impassioned pleas, and I support all of you in your efforts to reduce gun violence. If you sincerely believe that these local ordinances will reduce gun violence, you need to support this amendment so that the courts can find that those ordinances can be enforced. Right now, they're not being enforced because the municipalities don't want to end up in court and have to defend them. Adopting this amendment will allow those municipalities' ordinances to be raised before the court and the court to make a determination about whether or not they could be enforced. I would just note the Ortiz case decided by the Pennsylvania Supreme Court does say that the regulation of firearms is a matter of concern in all of Pennsylvania, not merely in Philadelphia and Pittsburgh. And the General Assembly, not city councils, is the proper forum for the imposition of such regulation. So, ladies and gentlemen, this bill is simply about determining whether or not these local ordinances are valid and can be enforced. I would urge a yes vote on this bill. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. On this amendment. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.